Just a few days ago in Nairobi, Kenya, there was a new program to fight HIV and AIDS launched called All In. Riveting slogan, of course. All In is designed to deal with the devastation caused by AIDS-related illnesses amongst adolescents. Believe it or not, AIDS-related illnesses are the single greatest killer of adolescents internationally, with the exception of road accidents. In 2013, 120,000 adolescents died of AIDS-related illnesses. That's roughly 300 a day. And whereas the death rate was coming down in every other category of age, it was stable or going up year after year amongst adolescents. Those are just the deaths. Now, in 2013, there were 250,000 new infections amongst adolescents, overwhelmingly amongst young women and girls. And in a country like South Africa alone, there were 800 a week. So this initiative is a good initiative, and of course it was driven, as might be expected, by UNICEF on the one hand and UNAIDS on the other. And on the occasion of the launch in Nairobi, the executive directors of both organizations penned an essay in which they said, I'm quoting them, it was shocking that these figures were that high, and it was shameful, their language, that we weren't doing enough about it since we had the tools at hand. Now, the fact of the matter is that we have known about this for a very long time. This is not some revelatory moment. It's been chronicled year after year in the annual reports of UNAIDS, and it must be known by UNICEF. This Convention on the Rights of the Child makes UNICEF responsible for all kids under the age of 18. So whereas I congratulate them on the launch, and particularly I congratulate the new cluster, the new regime within UNICEF dealing with HIV and AIDS, I have to ask, where, for example, has the leadership of UNICEF been these last several years when 120,000 adolescents have been dying every year? You know, when you launch these initiatives and you lash out at the iniquity of governments, it might be useful and honorable to take some of the responsibility yourself. And while I'm talking about the UN, let me refer you to the website called Pass Blue, which is a kind of journal commenting on the UN. And they recently did an article indicating that since the beginning of this year, the Secretary General has made 13 senior United Nations appointments in trade and infectious diseases and peacekeeping, 11 men and 2 women. They'll never learn. There's just no use dealing with them on gender. They are a crucible of patriarchy unlike no other. As a matter of fact, where is the voice of UN Women? They were created to deal with gender equality and women's empowerment, and they live cheek by jowl with the Secretary General's office, and not a peep. If they want to be taken seriously, they have to say something. In the meantime, don't expect any rational discussion with the Secretary General's office. Oh, they say, we've appointed women in the past. Sure, but look at the pattern. They don't even approximate gender equality. They are hopeless. That was last week. I'm Stephen Lewis.